So we're Yoke Network, and the way that we work is that we focus on driving results through influencers. And simply put, the way that we work is that we power growth for mobile apps and brands in unique and alternative ways. Um, so how we do it is that we combine creativity, data, and social equity through influencers to ultimately drive results for our advertising partners. And here's some of like the clients that we worked with as well. In terms of like fintech side, we worked with like Revolut. We also worked with an app called Chip, and Hopper as well, which is a large travel app, and Clio. So we've got quite a wide grasp of how to help some of these advertisers drive results through influencers. And in terms of our audience, we have over 2,000 influencers that we work with across the UK and the US predominantly. So in terms of how our platform works, it's pretty simple for influencers. They essentially come onto our app, they copy their link, and then they are able to advertise on a performance basis, and they simply just read a campaign brief that's in their marketplace. So for advertisers, it's like a low risk, and we have like various CPIs, but also there's like quality matching, and there's a lot of creative strategy that the influencers are able to be given, and advertisers can really take advantage of this. So in terms of TikTok itself as a platform, obviously everybody is talking about it now, and I wanted to run you through some of the figures that are actually on about TikTok right now. And it's been phenomenal in terms of its growth recently and what's actually going on. So in terms of TikTok itself, currently there's on average about 37 billion video views, and there's over 800 million monthly active users. And this is predominantly the key markets for TikTok are in China, India, United States, and there's large growth for TikTok now in like Russia as well. So it's a global platform, and as a business, as advertisers, it's one that you guys should really be taking seriously, because there's super viral engagement. So like, who's actually on the platform? Well, everybody now. So there's like Justin Bieber, Will Smith, the NBA, Reese Witherspoon. There's so many actual people that are actually on the platform now that it's essentially an opportunity that it's essentially a platform that is being validated by these top tier celebrities and creators. So in terms of the actual app itself, there's like super viral engagement that you see. So like the influencers on the platform are a lot more different in comparison to like Instagram and like Snapchat. And the main reason is because their engagement is so high, and it's all about creativity, and it's a creator focused platform. So like, I could show you actually an example of one of some influencer content that actually went really viral. Can you see my screen? Hello? Let me go back to the Zoom. Can you still see my screen? Sorry. Resume sharing. Let me come out of it and share my screen fully. Okay, perfect. Yeah. So I'll show you a link of what the content actually looks like now. Perfect. So this actual content itself wasn't integrating any brand, but the performance was phenomenal. That through the influencer who had only 145,000 followers. It had over 7.6 million views. And you see a lot of this on the platform itself because it is a content focused and creative focused platform in comparison to like Instagram and other social media platforms. Okay, so in terms of a case study, I wanted to walk you through a case study that we did with a photo editing app, and how you can actually utilize TikTok itself as a platform, not only to drive results, but also to actually drive, not only to drive views and engagement, but to actually drive results off the platform, which I think as a business, as an advertiser, anybody in this room would want to leverage this type of audience because it actually can help to grow your business. So we worked with this app called Airbrush, which is a photo editing app. And they came to us and they wanted to drive engagement and downloads through TikTok influencers. So firstly, the way that we worked is that we assessed the best fit influencers for the marketplace, the best fit influencers based on like historical data that we have, and we were selecting them solely so that they could work for Airbrush. So I want to show you some of the content that we actually had the influencers to create, which again is very, very different from Instagram, as you'll see, because influencers will create in their natural tone of voice, and they'll also be able to create it using like cool edits and features on the platform. So here's one example.
Okay, so I'm going to show you how I edit my Instagram photos using the app linked in my TikTok bio. I'm starting off by just smoothing out any imperfections and that beauty spot, which people seem to think is chocolate. I'm then going in with a heavier tool to remove that monobrow. I don't want to overdo it as I will look plastic, but just enough to make you look pretty. I'm then just lightly brushing over the rest of my skin. Okay, so when I do my makeup, I do get a little bit carried away with bronzer, so I'm just going to lightly darken, does that make sense? The rest of my skin, including my parting. Oh my gosh. Then clicking on the enhance button, I'm just going to adjust the lighting as well as sharpening the image. Going in with the blur tool, I'm just going to defocus the background to make me stand out. Now, I can never pronounce the next thing, so don't at me, but I think it's Figna. Anyway, use that. Then for the final touch, just cover up those dark circles and crop to fit Instagram. And that's how easy it is.
So in this example, as you can see, the influencer used like how-to instructions on actually how to use the app, how to use the app, but also why they would use the app, and it was in their natural tone of voice. So it was a very engaging way for the influencer to actually be able to engage their audience. And this how-to type of content on TikTok works really, really well with influencers, because then they essentially explain the product, and then they can then show, then when the audience go to download or go to use a product, they have the intent because they've already seen how to use it before. And then here's another video that the influencer essentially challenged their audience to using the product.
So I'm doing this airbrush trend again, but instead of putting everything to the right, I want it to be as far left as possible. So as you can see, I'm putting my eyebrows all the way down so they can be little cute little caterpillars. I want my lips to be super small and petite, make them smaller. I want my nose to look super, super small and cute, like Cindy Lou Who. What? I want my eyes to look like tiny little black dots, like little pelican black dots. And I just want my face altogether to be small. And what do I get in return? I look like a freaking monkey. If you want to try it yourself, the link's in my bio.
So like, as you can see, the influencer, the way that they're advertising is very more in their tone of voice, and it allowed them to, it allowed them to kind of understand the product a bit more and see how it works better. So I definitely think that, especially with their influencers in the future, they'll be able to utilize this a lot more, and it'll help them a lot better. So what did we actually see? We saw that the influencers are able to engage with the ad in a lot more deeper ways, and their audience were not only just promoting the product, their audience actually had some offline benefits. So in terms of the organic effect of this, the actual influencer then using the sound on TikTok, the sound actually went pretty viral, and their audience actually started to use that sound and create their own versions of the content. So as you can see,
so
here,
I'm doing this
if you walk through here, there was over 578 videos created by the influencer's own audience, which allowed the advertisers to see some organic effect and organic uplift of their actual ad. And we even saw that there was actual people in the App Store, like influencers gave 5-star ratings, and they said, well, we all know that we're here because of Lumos TikTok don't lie. So in terms of this actual campaign, so it ended up seeing over 527,000 views on the actual original post. In terms of UGC that was created, there was over 578 pieces of content actually created, and the total views for the UGC, which is user-generated content, was over 7 million. So in 5 days, the actual app itself that we worked with, they had over 400. They increased over 400 places in the App Store. They had the highest overall rank was at number 19 overall in the whole of the UK App Store, and it was able to perform really, really well. So yeah, that's kind of a way that I wanted to walk through and show you guys how you could kind of collaborate with influencers, and how you can utilize influencers a lot more for their actual for your businesses, for when you're working with brands, or if you're trying to simply get exposure. Because on TikTok, it is the future of marketing. TikTok is the future #1 social media platform, and the better that you can understand it now, the better that it will then allow you to get ahead of your competitors and win. So I'd love for you to ask any questions if you have any.
I liked really much the presentation, so well done on the presentation. I haven't really explored into TikTok yet, but I'm very curious how my own business can benefit from the growth of TikTok.
Yeah.
It's a very young audience. Are you able to attract an older audience with a young audience?
Yeah, if you give me an insight as to what your business is, then I can kind of better answer your question.
Yeah. Okay. I'll try to forward it somewhere or send it to you.
Yeah.
I'll find your details.
You give me a brief explanation of like what is your business, so I can answer your question, so that everybody in the room.
Yeah. Well, I won't go into that now here on this platform yet too much, but yeah, I'm interested to see how you can do it.
Cool. Well, definitely with TikTok, what we've seen over the past 3 months, especially because of COVID, is that the audience has aged up. There's a lot more of an older audience on the platform now. Main reason because different categories of people have kind of flooded onto the platform and started to use TikTok to create, not only to create content, but to watch content, just because they've been at home. There's no live football, there's no live sport, there's no live entertainment. So TikTok has been the entertainment hub for the past 3 months. And I'm sure you have all seen it, but not only that, I know that parents are also going onto TikTok to make sure that their kids are posting well. And you see there's been a rise of like family content and family influencers who have really, really been growing and built an audience over time, over the last 3 months. So I'd say that the older audience is on TikTok, and over the next few months, what you're going to start to see is that it's going to mature. It's going to continue to mature, and there's going to be a lot more diversity of content on the platform. similar to how it was in YouTube earlier when it first started. There was like a lot of home videos. Now there's live TV shows. There's Champions League on YouTube. Or the same thing with Instagram. It's just the same cycle, but it's just in a new social media platform, and TikTok is that one now. No problem. Any other questions? Okay. Well, it was great. Firstly, I want to apologize for being late. Just because we're hiring and there's no excuse, but I really want to apologize for that. But if anybody wants to keep in contact, I'll leave my email in the chat, or you can message me on LinkedIn, and then we can chat further, and I can give you a better insight on TikTok and the platform itself.
Okay, I'll do that straight after my presentation, but I'm really interested into it.
Thank you.